To Her Honor, the Vice
Matter of
President's
public
question
importance.
time. Honorable Member, we can make use of Her Honor, the Vice President's question time for any urgent matter that you have for the sake of cutting down on time. So we shall go straight into Her Honor, the Vice President's question time. The Leader of Opposition.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity to ask Her Honor, the Vice President, a question. Your Honor, the Vice President, the issue of Africom has been very topical within the region and locally. Your Honor, the Vice President, Zambia is a member of the SADC Security Council. Zambia is also a member of the Joint Permanent Commissions on Politics, Defense, and Security with all SADC members. Your Honor, the Vice President, we are aware that there's been no consultations between Zambia and the SADC member states on Africom. We are also aware, Madam Speaker, reading from the media, that members of SADC region have rejected Africom. And obviously for Zambia to admit and accept to set up Africom offices in Zambia casts Zambia in very bad light with other member states. Your Honor, the Vice President, don't you think it's very important and necessary for Zambia to rethink this position, seeing that other members surrounding us are not in support? Don't you think we should rethink this position? I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I would like to thank the Honourable Member and Leader of Opposition in the House for that concern. I do agree, Madam Speaker, that there have been reports, particularly on social media, on the establishment of Africom. I think that to start with, I'll call this misinformation of whatever this is. I know that there are these reports, but contrary to the misinformation and disinformation, Madam Speaker, the United States of America is in the process of establishing, this is the misinformation, U.S. bases in Zambia through U.S. African Command, which is aimed at endangering lives of Zambians. This is what the Honourable Member is saying. And he's saying this has been rejected, in the region. Number one, we are a sovereign state. Yeah. And there are issues. There are things in SADC that happen in other countries that we don't subscribe to. But we are still members of SADC. Yeah. Let me, however, I would like to inform the nation that the office being created is an office of security cooperation which will be based at the U.S. Embassy. There will be no base in this country. That is a misinformation. There will be no base. This office will work hand in hand with the defense forces of Zambia to enhance military and to military relations, expand cooperation in force management and modernization, as well as military professionalism, among other things. Zambia, like many other countries within the region and beyond, has had military cooperation. The Honourable asking was a member of the former ruling party. He should be able, he should surely know that there has been this relationship. It is not a new relationship. It is simply enhancing the cooperation, and that has nothing to do with the base. The U.S. Africa Command, Africom, being referred to on social media platforms, is based in Germany. And the Zambian government has not at any given time agreed to move it to Zambia. So we don't know what the honorable member is talking about. The relationship, the member next to him must know that America and Zambia have had a relationship over time. There has been cooperation. There is nothing new except enhance the cooperation, increase the relationship. Yes, that is true. We have a long-standing relationship with U.S. Africa Command in the areas of peacekeeping. Honorable, you ran the ministry that is also very near security. You know that we have had relationships in areas of peacekeeping that has predated this administration. I think that is true. Predated this administration and has benefited our military. Zambia has no intention whatsoever of establishing or hosting any foreign or allied military base on Zambian soil. So, I think I have said enough. Those that want to hear, they have heard. We have no intention of bringing military base here, but our decisions must be based on the interest of Zambians, number one. The sovereignty, number two, of course, in consideration with the neighbors. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. The honorable member for Dundumwezi.
I thank you, Madam Speaker. Your Honor, the Vice President, I'd like to find out when government is coming to this House to announce the floor price for 2022 marketing season. I ask this question, Your Honor, because the grain dealers have already started going to the countrysides in the rural areas, buying the 2022 crops. So, Your Honor, when is government coming to this House to announce the floor price for 2022? I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I would like to thank the honorable member for Dundumwezi for showing concern on when the floor price for maize grain will be announced this year. I think all of us have been following that the announcement of floor price is actually determined by the people that are in the industry. In this matter, it is the FRA that announces the floor price. And it is our hope that within a week or two, this will be done so that our farmers can be able to trade in, at the right price of their product. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. The honorable member for Mwembeshi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Your Honor, the last farming season was characterized by drama, where trucks of fertilizer were seen, that fertilizer has been distributed when in fact there was no fertilizer. That fertilizer has been purchased when money was sent and then people did not even deliver, not even a bag of fertilizer. The government had to go out of its way to purchase fertilizer at the very last end in November by people who are corrupt. Madam, Your Honor, the Vice President, this issue of fertilizer, as you know that there is war in Ukraine, Are you able to give the confidence, because we are full of confidence as UPND, to give the confidence to the state that the fertilizer this year, this farming season coming, is actually, there is no apprehension that there's going to be fertilizer, unlike what happened in the previous season, where the former government used the hook and crook and corruption, where they stole a lot of money through fertilizer. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
I honor the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I would like to thank the Honorable Member for Mwembeshi for asking the question as to the issues pertaining to the delivery of fertilizer, and probably the entire FISIP. If I could be allowed, I could give Madam the entire picture, although I know Minister can do well. This government is extremely prepared for the coming season. Yeah. To start with, we intend to give, like yesterday I said, we are going to continue with the direct input support to all beneficiaries as we wait to clean up the register, which I did mention yesterday. And direct input support will continue at the same rate. That is 6 bags of fertilizer. That is 3 top, 3 basal. We are going to continue to give also the seed. We are going to give maize seed. We are going to give, that is not optional. Maize seed will be given to every beneficiary, every member of the cooperatives. We are also, Madam Speaker, going to give alternatively legumes. They have not been removed. Legumes will still continue. These will be given alternatively. One will choose to go with soybeans at 25 kg. Another may choose or will be given groundnuts at 20 kg. This has been planned for. As to the delivery, what we know, in fact, the numbers are over 1 million beneficiaries that will be on the program this year. I know there are issues of concern of exit program that we have not yet looked at as government. The purchase, I think people have seen already, it must have started running on Tuesday, running the advert of, advert for the procurement of fertilizer. In this procurement, we have done what we are calling, or what you call, positive discrimination. Our own plant, the NCZ, has been given already 50,000 tons to, so that we can support them. But the tenders are going on from Tuesday, and they'll go on for 2 weeks. This is our plan. We know the bid demands, the bids go at 1,000 only for those that want to participate in this. So you can be sure that the process will be done by mid-July, and then fertilizer will be delivered. I hope, Honorable Member, you have heard. We are very clear. There should be no hurdles. Our plans going well. We should have our people ready with fertilizer before the farming season comes. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Wacha.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Good morning, Your Honor, the Vice President. Greetings from Cinema Hall. Your Honor, the Vice President, just a follow-up question on the question posed by the leader of opposition in the name of Honorable Brand Mundubile on the creation of Africom Center on the soil of Zambia. Your Honor, the Vice President, be clear to the honorable members of this august House and the nation at large. Is it government position? Are you telling the people of Zambia that the New Dawn government has no plans whatsoever creating the Africom Center in the southern region, but to be based in the soil of Zambia? We want you to be very clear, Your Honor, the Vice President. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
I honor the Vice President.
Thank you. I accept the greetings from the cinema hall. I was a little confused, madam, when he said greetings from cinema hall. Colleagues, we have a duty to the Zambian people in this house. A very serious responsibility that has been entrusted unto us. And what goes on in social media should not determine. And I am glad that colleagues are asking this question so that we can give clarity, so that we can dispel misinformation, which can bring insecurity in our country. It is just honorable member from the cinema hall that I am repeating the same thing. I think I was extremely categorical that there is no intention, as at now, to have a base. Chizungu mwana, I am not God.
Order. Can we allow the Vice President to finish her answer?
Let us be clear. The Honorable has his microphone on. Yes, thank you. It is my turn to speak, Madam Speaker. What I'm saying is the truth. If you know any other truth, I think it is important that you tell us. We are telling you from the government point. Because I'm not God, I don't know. 40 years from now, another government may come in and make a decision. But as at now, this government has no intention, and there is no base, there is no designated place where a base will be established. So, I don't know what that means. Are we sure we have never cooperated? Madam Speaker, this is the information I have. Let us not politicize something that is so important. When a base as a command center is established, I think then you should say you stood on the floor of this house and misled the nation. But we are telling you there is no such a plan, no such an intention, and it will not be done. Not now. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, the Honorable Member from Pika.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for giving the people of Mpika an opportunity to ask our Honor the Vice President a question. Our Honor the Vice President, warm greetings from the people of Mpika, and actually they have sent you a bag of caterpillars I will deliver. Madam Speaker, Zambia is a Christian nation as enshrined in the preamble, as enshrined in our constitution under the preamble. On the 17th May, the Swedish and Finnish embassies flew the LGBTQ flags in support of gay rights. Against Article 20 of the Vienna Convention, which only allows embassies to fly the flags and emblem of their countries. Madam Speaker, later, His Excellency the President stated the position of government, that government is 100% against gay rights. 2 days later, the American Embassy posted on their Facebook page urging people to celebrate what they called June as a Pride Month. Madam Speaker, the people of Mpika are very much concerned that in our nation today we have embassies with impunity going against the laws and the culture of our land. Madam Speaker, I'd like to find out from our Honor the Vice President what action government has taken against those defiant embassies. I personally am worried, Madam Speaker. I wouldn't want to be in a position.
Honorable member, please, let's not waste much time. You've already asked the question. Her Honor the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I would like to thank.
Order, Honorable member from Mpika.
And I would like to thank the Honorable Member from Mpika for asking the question on LGBTQ, a long thing. And now he has brought caterpillars. It should come to the floor of the House so that the Honorable Chilangwa can be sure I am safe after eating that caterpillar. Honorable members, the issue of Christian nation should not be arising in our country. When we continuously ask this question, then you keep wondering what it is. For us to start with as UPND, we have made this very, very clear. Even in opposition, we were accused of embracing this thing, LGBT, we normally call it here gay rights. And we were very categorical in opposition. We were accused because we were members of the liberal parties, then we were. I don't know where they were getting that. And we argued that we are members of SADC. There are members, states in SADC who believe in that, but we are still members. We are members of the UN, for example, even the AU. They are members of the AU who believe in gay rights, but we are still members. It doesn't mean that this is the sovereignty. It doesn't mean that we should do what the organization believes in. Otherwise, we should be isolated. I don't know why we continue. I'll make a request also, even before I go on the Swedish embassy, as referred to by the Honorable, that we were being questioned in opposition. We also want all those aspiring to be leaders of PF to state their position on this matter. We also, honorable members, we also want every political leader in this country to state their position. PEP, I don't know, there is a party called the PEP. EEP, there are so many. Everybody must state Zambians' demand. We have been put under fire for nothing for so long. My president made it clear. Now, you have gone to the issue of an embassy. To start with, colleagues, honorable member, the past 4 years, they have been flying that. Where were you? Go and ask them. Where were you? You were there.
Honorable members.
I am speaking something serious here. Colleagues, you were in government. What did you do about it? Now we are telling you We are telling you what is an emblem. You referred to the Vienna Convention. An emblem is what defines themselves. Under international law, that you and me know as lawmakers, you don't go and start interfering in the embassy. Yeah. They did not fly it on the Zambian land. Yeah. Immediately you give the land. Please, the Honorable, you know I'm saying the truth. Immediately you give a place to an embassy, you have declared that land their own. Yeah. This is the need to understand. This is the need to understand. How do you expect a person in an embassy in a sovereign country keeping somebody, maybe a refuge, in a sovereign country? I want to tell you, I want to state clearly here, the Zambians are listening if you are not listening. An embassy is basically regarded as a sovereign state on that piece of land. That is the little I know. And therefore, unless you choose to cut relationship, you can't go in their embassy and say, here, you are keeping something here. I think the lawyer knows. You may have to have, if I run it there, you may have to have, what do you call it, extradition treaty, for you to get me out of there. Even though it is on the Zambian soil, Zambians hear me. This is the truth. So 4 years you ignored. Suddenly you want us to chase the Swedish. If that is part of their emblem, is it us? I think I have said enough, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, all the honorable members. The honorable member for Wengwa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Your Honor, the Vice President. In the previous regime, billions of kwachas of taxpayers' money was embezzled. It was embezzled through by pretending that they built a university called FTJ, the university which was not built, and the Tumpa University which was not built. Also, the Eurobond, which was supposed to recapitalize our railway system. All that money was embezzled by the previous regime, PF. Now, Your Honor, the Vice President, these people, they always feel offended when they are called criminals or corrupt people.
Order,
now, can you help me today? Can you help me today so that the children out there, people who are watching?
Point of order, Madam Speaker. Point of order.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
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 No need a point of order.
Let him be managed.
Point of order.
Order, please take your seats. Order, please take your seats. Take your seats, including the member asking the question. You can stop the watch. Honorable members, this session is watched and listened by, in fact, the whole country. But the way we are conducting business in this house, we are becoming very unruly. I had guided the other day to say, can we please not disappoint the people of Zambia? We are honorable members in this house. Whatever we say, it should be honorable. It should be a respected issue that the people are waiting to hear out there. The concern that is raising, it came out in the media. And the people are waiting to get the feedback from our honorable Vice President. But the member also who is asking, can you please just go straight to the question? Because this is a straightforward matter. instead of now loading the question, which has attracted so much reaction. Let's be mindful of the people who are listening to us. We are honorable members elected by the people, and the people we are presenting are listening to us. So with that guide, can we please be mindful of how we talk in this house and how we react as well? The honorable member with that guide, can you please go straight to your question?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I just want our Honor the Vice President to educate my children and the next generation that if people have embezzled money, what term should we be using to describe them? Are they corrupt criminals or they are saints? Kindly help. Thank you so much.
Her Honor the Vice President.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As to the names, I think we have many names, even in our, even in our vernacular. We have all sorts of names for people who embezzle. All sorts. In my language, madam, we can have Kawalala, we can have Pompwe, we can have Ungula, we can have, but the issue of which name to call, I think it's up to the person speaking. This house cannot determine who is a criminal. We don't determine that. The courts will finally determine who is a criminal. But when people truly have embezzled, we are not saying you or that one. Whoever embezzled will have the right title. And therefore, the investigating wings must be on top of things and give us the truth. But I've always said it here. Investigation can be carried on anybody. That doesn't mean you are already guilty. But for you to, when you are investigated or you are taken for questioning, so you should remain without being questioned? How are we going to know the truth? Please, when you are questioned, give the answers. When you are taken to court, go and explain. If you come out of court as an embezzler, what is the term? You will be called another name. Pompwe, Musholi, thief, criminal, until you prove yourself otherwise. Madam Speaker, to the Honorable, yes, those that embezzled, I'm not looking at anybody, those that embezzled, you can call them criminals. Thank you.
I will allow the PA for position whip, the Honorable Member for Shiwangandu.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Indeed, those who even carry calendars when we have got calendars at Parliament must also be informed. Madam Speaker, I want to acknowledge, yes, since the Vice President made reference to me, that I was part of the security cluster of the state, SADC, AU, and indeed UN Security Council. And I can confirm that we have had bilateral relations with different countries. That's why they send what they call defense attachés. The concern of the state, Madam Speaker, is that Africom, as it sounds, it's African Command Center. So meaning, it's not just for the sovereign Republic of Zambia, but borders beyond the continent. That's why it's important that consultations are widely done with the member states who will be affected by this development. Away from that, my question to you, Madam Speaker, We have been at these things for a long time, so you need to
Please,
consult us.
Honorable Member, continue with
Madam
your
Speaker, my question to our Honourable Vice President is that since your government has now started doing what people feared with regards to privatization of Parastatal companies. Now that you have decided to privatize the pride of the nation, the only petroleum refinery plant in Deni, in Ndola, putting more than 320 workers on redundancy. And God knows how you will manage to regulate the prices of fuel using finished products.
Honorable Member, you are debating now.
What will happen? What's your plan now that you have proposed? And Indian has got other parastatals that depend on it. Tazama pipeline, 1,700 kilometers from Tanzania.
What is the question?
The question is, what is going to happen to these other parastatal companies, including Copperbelt Energy, which supplies 100 megawatts of power to Copperbelt in Dollar Energy?
Thank you.
We would like to know what will happen to those other companies and the workers that are working there. I thank you.
Her Honor, the Vice President.
Yeah, I think honestly I will need a little bit of clarity here. What I know, the little I know the minister knows better and he could tell me, but there is no time for the full. Yes, it's not that I know everything in the country. I like to say that. But the little I know is Indane has not been operational, madam, for a long time. Under the Patriotic Front administration. That is true. Is this an argument, honestly?
Can we give Her Honor, the Vice President,
Why are we
time to
arguing
respond?
over, madam? Sorry.
Let her respond and give her a chance so that the whole nation will listen to her answer. Her Honor, you may continue.
Thank you. Sorry, madam, for speaking while you were. I was just telling colleagues that let us keep this house with the dignity that we need. Because, madam, we don't have to argue even when there's no argument. When I say, I'm not accusing, it's a statement of fact. When I say Indeni has not been operational for years now. So, what pride is that to start with? I've admitted I don't know everything, sir. I don't have answers to all your questions, but I know this bit. That, as a matter of fact, it has not been. Workers have been languishing there. This government is surely going to pay the workers. And as now, what I know is we are putting the company on care and maintenance. If anything else, oh yes, because it is not operational, so what do you want? It has been almost declared on care and maintenance. We are simply declaring it. And then we will definitely come to this house, sir, to tell you what we are going to do within them. That is the little I know. If there is more information, it will be made available to that. Yeah, that is Tazama.
Thank you, Your Honor. The independent whip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving this opportunity to the good people of Petauke. And they are sending the greetings to you and honor the Vice President. Madam Speaker, in Petauke Central Constituency, we have got schools in the radius of 20 kilometers. And according to our laws in Zambia, a girl child and a boy child is supposed to start grade 1 at the age of 5 years or 6 years. But due to distance, 20 kilometers is unable to cover that. A boy who is 5 years or 6 years. So as a result, a lot of them who have benefited through adult education, Madam Speaker. And they have been encouraged. They have been encouraged being employed. Anyway, as long as you are getting.
Honorable member, what is the question?
Yeah, the question, Madam Speaker, to our Honor the Vice President is, what plan the good government of the New Dawn has on those teachers who were left out on teachers' recruitment who are above 45 years old to promote adult education in our country, Mother Zambia? Thank you.
Her Honor the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I would like to thank the Honourable Member for Petauke Central. I took a little long to comprehend what exactly the Honourable Member wanted me to talk about. If I misinterpret, Honourable Member can guide me. What I get is that people in his constituents don't have the opportunity to go to school at the right age because of differences. And because of that, therefore, they go to school as adults. And because they go as adults, they qualify to be teachers, for example, at age 47. I am just giving, I hope this is the way I understand. And because of that, when they want to be employed, for example, by the civil service, then they are left out because they are over age. A very complicated scenario, I understand. But this is currently the law. Civil service cannot employ a person on a permanent and pensionable rate after the age of 45. So if we really have so many that would complete school at 45, and that's when they are, after 45, and that's when they are seeking employment, I think it would be this House that would look at that. Can we change the law? And then their pension, the retirement is 55. From 55, they'll work for 10 years, and they can opt out, 65, 60 and 65. I think it's up to us. You can bring a motion and convince colleagues here that we can change that age, which is not so much as to what is happening currently, whether it's teachers, whether it is policemen, they have their own entry. I think defense, it's 18, 18 to 25. So there are these issues that are guided by regulation and laws, which we can deal with. It's unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do for now. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Ron.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Your Honor, the Vice President, good morning. Your Honor, the Vice President, the intentions of the New Dawn government in the CDF funds looks bright and good, especially on the component, the third component, which is youth, women, and community empowerment. Your Honor, the Vice President, looking at the applications that my constituents has received in regard to grants, many are indicating that they want to venture into issues like block making and chicken rearing. Your Honor, the Vice President, if you look around the line of rail, you agree with me that it has been dotted by a lot of foreign investors who are actually involved in block making and, of course, chicken rearing, to an extent where we hear in Lusaka, our investors are even selling dead chickens. Your Honor, the Vice President, what is your government, my government, our government doing to ensure that the small and medium enterprises locally are protected, or rather, these businesses are left to the indigenous Zambians so that they can have a market away from the investors who have come to do business such as block making and, of course, chicken rearing. What is it that you're putting in place? Any policies to ensure that these businesses are left to the Zambian people? I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and I appreciate the question from the honorable member. My country sometimes can literally confuse you, madam. I'll give you what I was listening to not too long ago. I think, is it immigration that rounded up some illegal immigrant? And there was a person who is supposed to be educated and very understanding. He was on some TV station where he was doing some analysis, and he said, you are chasing investors. You are harassing investors. Those who were rounded, they are investors doing it on timber in the compounds. I am just giving this to get the mixed feeling compared to the question that, honorable member, you have asked. For now, the economy is a liberal economy. For now, it's a liberal economy. And therefore, any legal citizen has a right to participate. I think you have raised the question, I would say, can the government think of any way out? If those may be seen to be foreigners and yet they are Zambians, it becomes difficult to say those are not supposed to. So I think it is important from the investment side to look at that. Currently, everybody, it is competitive. Maybe it will make us even better businessmen to compete and crowd them out. After all, Zambians are more than those you are referring to. Encourage them to get there and get the best product that they can. I think that's what I would say for now. Maybe a little more consultation, we can find something that is on paper that I'm not privy to. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Your Honor.